Me bubosa de we na mama kire mo nipa no mudi yeso wo munim nyansa ba kokora. Now, so they were inciting Ghanaians, but they do baby me see. Ye kotu aba Ghana ni bia na dwemu da wono nim nyansa ensori se metu aba ma Bawumia na NAPO aba be ye ni vice. Anka me see economy wakofa no Bola Junction. Now, somebody on Facebook, I want to have official. And now, that's sorry, yeah. Reverend Mike around Ocquaye, or see, I am in one word saying that MPP are sorry, no more case. They are fighting for Chief Justice. Now, at the time, I no more power. Now, some full course no then no matter that the ones are president, Chief Justice or catch any place or course buffer on maybe.
Hey, Alaska, the dawn, and same way we are bossy.
Now, I will say, Facebook. Because I see processor MPP fast one another ODG Charlotte say and Kono. I had the same process na now why are they being hypocrites? I have Mike Ocquaye, former Speaker of Parliament. Or no ana MPP we omo yaman 6 million Ghana cedis. Say onfa concrete non-fa report emra. That's a party nuclear opposition for Amafuji as Gracia.
Hey, Alaska the dawn, and same way we are bossy.
Now, Mike Ocquaye, me matter just like the page, like a page, you know. Have a yentiano.
Why even is it that Ghanaians have watched this being their law for so long, and some people who today are criticizing the system said nothing. They did not speak about this. When I was mounting the IEA Constitutional Review series,
right,
I wrote on all this. I said, oh, there is my paper already. It is published in my contribution to the University of Ghana alumni lecture on the Jubilee, which I gave at the Jubilee time, which I gave in the Great Hall in Legon. 10 years ago, I had written on this, and so on and so forth. Why do we allow such things to happen? And then we cry foul when it appears as if a particular best person is going to suffer. And this is what personally I don't like. Let us talk by the principle of it. What is good for the good is good for the Ghana, everybody. That is important.
Alaska, ukita fila, enti Ghana nyina ATU.
Ewacho papa wey, I former Speaker of Parliament, MPP Niba Mapa. Why member of Parliament da? Onu na MPP wi omo wi yati na to say papa onu gbada ko sa jisika na tire ye nienti ayare. Osi maame no aye nu nwa say mu na mu criticize the system no bri bi entwem na maka mu anu atum. Mercy here we don't speculate. Aye Reverend Mike Ocquaye Okoswa can say when the president decided say call ukosu bafa u mabio enti maame ni de odugu baba na mpo ye nya ntia kwaso wa parking ni amako.
Hey, Alaska the dawn, and same way we are bossy.
Now Sambra Solomon Owusu aye MPP ni ba mapa bra Facebook na tie ni okan.
Hey, Alaska the dawn, and same way we are bossy.
Solomon maame ni boni ni dia
Erabato kono no na catch the law is the law. You can't change the law. And the law is the law, they say. And Vaba Bane or Ukunu and call private you Gomia Gotamsika Pudio and Vaba Womo. Erabato kono no na catch the law is the law. You can't change the law. And the law is the law, they say. And Vaba Bane or Ukunu and call private you Gomia Gotamsika Pudio and Vaba Womo.
Hey, Alaska the dawn, and same way we are bossy.
Nia voice ama boy aye MPP ni ba mapa. Nia emu ba kumpini se maame no atu kwan anotam oman ni sika. Onu kwakoye ni private aye trip. Eno di oman ni sika ko. Enu su no etiamra. Obi bia ro defend mami bia ya amroba ye kromfo. So no muzu.
The law is the law. You can't change the law. And the law is the law, they say. And Vaba Bane or Ukunu and call private you Gomia Gotamsika Pudio and Vaba Womo. Erabato Kono and catch the law is the law. You can't change the law. And the law is the law, they say. And Vaba Bane or Ukunu enko private yin komie ko tamsika pudio and farmer warm
Alaska the dawn as same way no abosi
enti muna ay mun ti asam na se ne show we bebie moni ebebie mu adwem eni nti ayase mame no nkonyina ne se wa fa kwati kwa so wi o man ni sika mame ntire mu saa. Now in 2018 Afenyo Markin na wada ne hu dua broni onu nkwa no tumi to abanya sase 99 years bra Facebook Afenyo Markin ani Kweku baku ji ni akotra news file na mra yeyi ma mi Charlotte sani ti asem o kan ani enne esem o kan
Alaska the dawn as same way no abosi
esa ka tiro bi Alaska be chirechirem e de akirem. Now my yanhwa eye Afenyo Markin in 2018 ni sema o kan ye now ebusia bie wasum na tie Afenyo Markin now Afenyo
and if each time institutions try to assert themselves, they turn around to bastardize them, then I'm afraid we're not going to get anywhere. Is it the president who has removed Charlotte say, or it's an institution that has done its work?
This was 2018, oh, TNA,
and has thus made a recommendation for her exit. The end. We are also concerned.
But where are 2025?
By certain individuals in government
to
push for the removal of the Chief Justice. The judiciary should not be seen as part of the partisan political system in our country. All we need is to have an impartial judiciary to decide.
In 2018, Charlotte Sayako, and Nutina, Reverend Michael Ronokwe said, Nambribi came the same process, and Namu Yusu and Namudi Yobi, and that's a process in the Abba. Now, said there is a good person being an all so far. That is why this show will continue to be one of the best in Ghana. In 2018, I Charlotte Sayano, Okotra News for the Tiasema, Afenyo Markin Kayo, Afenyo.
And if each time institutions try to assert themselves, we
2018
to bastardize them, then I'm afraid we're not going to get anywhere. Is it the president who has removed Charlotte say, or it's an institution that has done its work in accord with law and has thus made a recommendation for her exit? The end.
What you know? When you're 2018, as some kind. Okay, fast forward. Yes, and the same person. Okay, 2025.
And if each time institutions try to assert themselves, we turn around
2018,
then I'm afraid we're not going to get anywhere. Is it the president who has removed Charlotte say, or it's an institution that has done its work in accord with law and has thus made a recommendation for her exit? The end. We are also
when they are 2025
an attempt by certain individuals in government to push for the removal of the Chief Justice. The judiciary should not be seen as part of the partisan political system in our country. All we need is to have an impartial judiciary to decide.
And Sandy Power on your credible 2018, what in your kind, and 2025. So let us ourselves, and they are accused President Mahamadu Bawumia no you mamino. Cecilia, the any institution and they are the so one with the double standard. And written a medical board, Reverend Michael Ocquaye, we say, or catch MPP for some way and the same process and procedure. I buy your kill manamu enjoy the same thing. I'm a minute on my bio. Sergio Pobia, soon for Kotu Abaman, soon MP, TNA, soon MP. I propose your Facebook.
Hey, Alaska the dawn, as same way no abosi.
I propose what
he should be told in plain language to move to young to go and stay in your bush. For that something, go and stay in your bush. Go and stay in your bush. Go around, go home. Kwabena Agyapong. What is that? What's not quiet? For that something, you run now. For that something, when I watch now, you are more than an animal. A boy class one for such a Come on. Fighting
Alaska the Dawn. As same way we are bossy.
It is Humpa Boniban and hey, Suhum for member of parliament in you. Honorable Suhum member of parliament. Mebajewo. Suhum member of parliament. Gina on the floor of parliament. Honorable Protozwa. Mebajewo. He's on the floor. Obabe addressing. Suhum for Yanko.
He should be told in plain language. Suhum for Yanko. Go and stay in your bush. For that something, go and stay in your bush. Go and stay in your bush. Go around, go home. Kwabena Agyapong. What is that? What's not quiet? For that something, you run now. For that something, when I watch now, you are more than an animal.
FM 92.3.
A black grass one for such a Come on.
92.3
Fighting
Medinisa Obi Owo Sumbi Otu Abama Papa we was starting Esra Boniface.
The first letter out Troy. Allegedly, Mamini refused to sign. And until Mamini deputy and the signing here, go check the letter. Now let's see, and yet I said we're resigning. And the reason is I'm going to
Secretary, no?
Yes, also I'm going to concentrate on my duties as an appeal court judge. We don't have anything against you, ma'am, but the truth, NSA, why were you holding these two positions? You were judicial secretary under Torkonoo, and at the same time an appeal court judge. Why this critical time? Yanka bibi, but sebin preduasa, and yemebi owa otwa so, odi bi etwa and now Kuhunu be a semnancas and inchuno emuo.
Madase, Alessa, Akogan, Alessa, contemina number
3. If I'm in court,
Katum,
Bachi Bium, Muka said, and then money guasino, Munam guasi, Munam,
repu judges.
I
imagine.
No, but how did in the English dictionary, in tree, when you say aware, aware, which means marriage, now, today, what does it mean? Yeah, they call court now. Now translated into the what do you call it?
Rape.
Yes, it went into the Webster dictionary and came out after transcribing aware from marriage. Now it turned to rape, and then we were saying in Kofo Marco school, Muslim Brofwasi. You have read literature, you don't know the difference between marriage and rape, and then you forcibly go and jail people. That it was a learning process, like we are all sharing today. What we know now means what we know about the prisons, they have no idea. You understand? Yes, and the people we met and how we help them and other things. Say nyamine ye bibia o abontia unim se bia bibi betumi ato wana. Yeah, into Mugabe. But Chief Justice, there's no way she's going to come back. I'm telling you.
Well, you suspended Chief Justice.
She's not going to come back. I told you in secondary school there are some suspensions. No, about to say we're on back. Beginning the better to near the fan dismissal no call. And she's not going to come back. But on one Kasani when she became CJ was partisan. How did she become appointed to the place? How did she get there? She saw 2 senior judges when she went. One she met 2008 when she was a small girl. If I say small girl, when she came she was 61 years. So in 2008, how old was she? She was on small girl B at the time. No sir. And na Bafu Boni didn't bar Supreme Court. 2008. It's 17 years now. No. Nanado we need to and pa now. Osan who get broke Pamwanta 2015. Or no so was serve your mind who go and read their judgments. Intermediate and yami one method na edi was wrong. So that method no. The senior most judge we must have a laid down procedure that will allow the judiciary to be as independent as we want it to be.
It's like in the police service.
Yes, the most senior person must take up when there's a vacancy and other things. And dan chain. 7 na a president Yomako Supreme Court no. Answer na meba hono. Oh, Bafu Boni. yemfa adwuma ne kran share ne nsa even acting no, but show step that he has control over the judiciary. He knows what the judiciary wants. He knows the gap in the justice delivery system. So quickly he's mopping it up. He's called for cases to come for review so that he will assign judges who understand today's modern justice delivery system. Judges who will use 20% technical knowledge and use 80% wisdom and common sense to return justice to the people. Justice emanates from the people. You understand? Yes.
Why you say so of your life? Oh, come on.
Too much.
We say here now call school. We say we are mota boy. Why you
say you know that here they take catch mota phone in the pacho. Eti Bogabi. Eya Papa. Ye di nipa ide omo ba Supreme Court no so mbeka ho no. Eno beat me imagination kakra. I thought JM was going to slash the number down tonight. But you see here, Charlie JM, never ceases this to amaze me. John the drama ni mama. 7 and the 7, look at them. 2010, they were on the appeals court way back in 2010. Justice Dennis J. Ofori. Yeah. Look at him. How is delivery of justice at the appeals court when people go for appeals and how is able to return justice to them? Then you talk about Justice Senior Jamefe. He was the one who brought the principle of 20% technical knowledge, 80% wisdom and common sense. Yes. That is the only way people will respond to the law when they are outside, when justice comes out. And if you read his judgment in 2014 way back, you see that what we are doing even those who were appointed in 2019. Yes, he led the Jamefe Commission. Right? Yes, the Jamefe Commission. Even those two ladies who Nanado put on the bench in 2019 appeals court, as John Mahama has promoted them, they have come along with the reset agenda. You will see their decisions going forward. Because someone will say no. You're partisan. Yeah, you're partisan. No, this is not partisan. This is not partisan. This is not to neutralize anything. Afenyo Markin say what they. When they were pushing people there left, right, center without accounting to anybody. Look, 108 of 113 high court judges. 108 of 113. That's 95% and over. You are talking about 44.
That's your appointment.
Yes, that's Nanado's appointment. 44 or 48 appeals court judges. That's about 91% already. Then you are talking about 12 or 14 Supreme Court judges. So he wanted to pack the courts. They had an agenda. They had created a crime scene. That young man speaking there, I'm telling you, if we were in a champion's time,
we'll come back to that. We'll come back to his response.
Like by now, will be gone. What did a champion do that he was shot in 1979?
Afenyo Markin.
This democracy must be able to put justice on our table. We must not encourage criminals or criminally minded persons to lead our politics. It will encourage young people to join the political trade. I'm telling you, Subanwe, do you know him better than me, Mugabe? When I hear him talk, I cringe. He knows next to nothing. It was 80% at the University of Cape Coast. Crack your mind. You go and get 79, it's B+. Professor Nana Jane, go ask them, go V and Co. Ube Johnny, what guys how you run? You learn, say you get 79, you can't get an A. So if you see some of us and we will manage to complete the university, we are sitting here and we are talking, you run away, guy. Today you want to tell us you are rich. How did you get rich? You got opportunity in politics, and then you use that opportunity you got in politics to become rich, to acquire what you have. If let's go, I can run him down from day one, how he started making his money. Today he talks about what? I say Akufo set him up, gave him by force of opportunity. Go and bring sewing machines, go and bring hair dryers and other things. Give him loans from banks without guarantee. Small boy, he says he bought land where? He bought land where? Where did you get the money from? You when we talk about your parents, where your parents are, Mr. Kennedy Agyapong, they had to sacrifice to look after you because both your stepfather and your father were not responsible for you. It took the benevolence of Mr. Kem in Winneba. And then when you acquire national politics, man. Now Winneba folk, I won't be representative. I am in one hole. And now I am a draw. What does it bring to you people? What does it bring? And now no, what done is Sikeni. Oh, Winneba. When sit down, was say Charles Beach, go share the fear. Swimming pool, a bit was through, a bit was Punano, a bit was Fionetti. Go and see. Or someone underground. Go and see the money. He made money from Ghana Water Limited. He made money from ECG. He was selling alumi seller like you. Road fund, look at him. Look at the contracts he got at road fund. I say he has about 300 companies. Me, he cannot take me to court. You see, when I talk here, he cannot come back and charge us. All the things we said about his carpenter father. Allegedly. He ran to Chiami.
Allegedly.
You put it that way. I agree with you. He ran to Chiami to go and honor his father because a gabby them I can convince the man to come here.
Fire,
yes, go and find out what he went to do. He's talking about his stepfather too. I feel an Adrian from say, hey, these people, if it were not for them, I won't be here. Akufo piano. If anything Afenyo Markin does, Akufo movie. Sa papa not to wheelchair. I'm telling you. I don't want to be insulting. No, you let me withdraw.
Exactly.
I've withdrawn.
Exactly.
Yes, I
also the good things we are saying.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't want to sound insulting. So let me withdraw. That's bad. Yes,
we have most of our.
Yes, that one there. I beg you. It came out wrong. I've withdrawn that one. But I'm saying, say, Obetumia friend, this is not how the MPP started in 1992. This is not the MPP we knew. We knew J.H. Mensah. Didn't you know him? He was minority leader. Very decent person, come to the public, and when he's speaking, he will not speak for long, but he will make sense to you. Rollins entertained him. We all went to Achimota school together. He was in Achimota school before Rollins. Yes, when he was minority, a very decent guy. Look at his demeanor in parliament with D.F. Annan and co. Look at how he related with that parliament way back. Even when they won power and they came to the other side. Look at their demeanor. Let me mention some of their names at the time. Papa Wusuankuma. The my politics here uni side nso unu na no ho ya wakono because yes they had respect. Peter Alajete, they had respect. Who
could even defy his party?
Yes.
For his second term as a speaker, NDC proposed it.
Yes,
that is how the level-headedness some of them had.
Look at Abraham Edu, no whatever. He was majority leader. Look at his decency. Unko departing him. Are you why? How did they even bring him to become leader of the Francis Poku? How did he become leader of his party? Bukabi, I'm sure he bought his way because he knew the kind of things he had done. That if he didn't go and find somewhere to hide himself, he would be in serious trouble. He fought. Look, he went under what do you call it, Chairman Sabosu.
Yes.
He went under Chairman Sabosu to take his position in order to use it as a shield. So that the state will not get to him for the bad things he has done. I'm telling you, we cannot account for the property he has now. I'm telling you, he has a haulage company. Do you know the kind of things he does? When he went to Ghana Water, he gave himself contracts. The checkbook was in his armpit, like this, roaming around. When the car moves, he pays himself.
Allegedly.
Yes, there are people who are prepared to testify.
Allegedly.
Oh, Mugabe. I've met the former managing director and sat with him for 6 hours. Clifford Bryman.
Allegedly.
Oh, please. Look, they should excuse us.
Allegedly.
Look at ECG. And why are we wasting time on ECG? Where is Kennedy Agyapong? No, we are in May. Where is Ken Oforiatta? We are in May. It is 8th May. Where is Ken Oforiatta Mugabe?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
No, it's paying you.
Allegedly, please.
Charlie, you have a group of people criminally minded.
Allegedly.
Okay, let me
as we speak, somebody has sent me this.
Yes, I also have it.
You also have
yes, that he has commissioned a court complex.
In Winneba.
Without any government official. Anybody. He Afenyo Markin.
Yes. Only first judicial executives be.
What? Omako commission court complex without the state involved. In Winneba, they are saying
yes.
No, you see, that's why I said that the people of Winneba, I don't know. To me, can say or to me, them no more swai no more musika because of here omunibi now what discount 2000 it will hold you ransom if it is true
lithium issue
yes obawuni na de okita onu atumi ato asasi you see kroni di mi bo kroni di asare me bo you see fellow ponko ni church
ponko
ni church
okay
onu ato
na church
but no what to assassin wo ho for 99 years was CS state no small body nyansa kwan say info no or the leader li omo ana or your pay scale bi mo no about chairman into your buy sika good the bag game no buy your Cónfession if you are wesi you go to Winneba the houses he has you will wonder what he was doing he can never be minister in any government.
How old is he?
Oh, he's about 47. He was born in 1978 so you can check his age. He's about 47 years. By that time, Agyapong was killed when he was 48 years. Feli was barely 42 when he died. The same thing, what's his name? 48. what do you call him? A FIFA. Then you come to Roger Feli. The same thing. You come to Amedome. He was also 40-something when he was killed. You are 47. You are in national politics today. Democracy is protecting you. Look at how you are behaving. Those who were shot in 1979, they didn't behave like this. They didn't steal from the state and flaunt their weight on us. They themselves, they were humble.
Somebody do musaba.
The mistake we have kept the heads of departments and the unit heads at most of these organizations for too long. Like sabotage. And then ECG station be a she watching what Alan so. Listen, these people, why? They are coming the institutional changes. Why are we delaying? Why are we delaying? I don't know. This one, it beats my imagination, Mugabe. But when him say, sometimes when we sit here, it's like we are criticizing John Mahama. Because he's in charge.
We want the best for him.
Yes, so people, those who know, people must help him to do the things fast so that we'll be satisfied. Charlie, sometimes when the light, when the lights go off, Charlie, hey, the kind of things they say
and tell us, hey, the church lights and lights.
Yes, look at him.
And
you when you are ECG board chair, you aided in selling containers as alumi to be minted, and you put the money in your pocket. 490 million Ghana cedis couldn't be accounted for when you are ECD board chair. We needed money, $190 million, to go and resuscitate electricity company of Ghana. We ourselves reported ECG to the Millennium Challenge account that wastages, bypasses, and second-hand, or what do you call it, sub-use cables and other things were costing electricity in Ghana. So we went to the Millennium Challenge account to go and beg them to give us money. And the Millennium Challenge account, one thing he did was that the money comes to a consultant who is Ghanaian. What you say? And to say I am a DNA, a discanimawa, over Kwaku Bruni consultant, no abano. When you needed a local consultant so that the GMP of the country will go up from their earnings. Sikana Beba Ubotomunu as Ghanaian as electrician. I know electricians who could have done the Millennium Challenge account. I can tell you, multi-projects and code. They were sidelined.
And they lose 190
million. So after that, they decided to collapse the place because yes, Adiana Kasano, na keno for Atta na we dwane no akofa na dan for Kennedy Agyapong di ni free abotire bae.
One baby mo.
Oh, he won't come again. My catch there your yi ni din no atimotas your yi su hwe your yi awayira.
Require the ama Mrs. say Azugu no or US.
Oko.
Wa Resign.
Ye da boni omudi ye who can you come. Yes. Boni Azugu di we wa ya so betumi akra.
Akufo no mudi boni na.
They are gone. They created the crime scene and they have run away. And that's the problem of the state. You have Afenyo every morning disturbing people call me. That's Afenyo. Who is Afenyo? He is not my Afenyo. By now he should be hanging somewhere. You people, why? Yes, the state lost man, hold him. But deep on it, look, if you like hold the staff deba at Ghana Water, or go and hold the staff deba at Road Fund, or go and hold the staff deba at ECG, the people he brought from Winneba to Ghana Water alone, they form about 40% of the workforce, the whole country. You go and check. He put about 12,000 people at the head, over 1,200 people at the head office when he was brought check. Go and check. People from Winneba who are working in Ghana Water, go to Road Fund. The same thing. The people he put from Winneba from Ghana for. Go and check ECG when he came, just a short time. The people he put there, the Ghana forces, when they were doing the vetting, that Omani, Dr. Omani Bawumia, yes, was being vetted. Look at the question. He was trying to threaten him that the way I'm questioning you,
it doesn't mean that you shouldn't give me exactly.
Dr. Omani Bawumia, don't take anybody from Winneba this year. I'm telling you. Do you know why I'm saying that?
No.
Yes, because he threatens you. That if he brings somebody, who is he bringing? He has been bringing people because Kennedy Agyapong was chairman of the defense committee. Into the Katana for her near Frankfurt. Gabby, you go and see. That's why I'm happy the president is putting an audit. The president says he's doing an audit.
120.
Yes, he is going to do an audit into the armed forces, the police service, the prison service of those hooligans, of those vigilantes that they have put in the service, that they are hiding there. To remove all of them, they have to remove them. We won't allow this thing. It's Mugabe. Teachers 39,000. You didn't put any financial plan in place. Wow, you see the difference. How are they going to be paid? Small boy be I didn't buy do buy or no see I didn't buy share National Signals Bureau. No ni Ghana Water for engineer Stephen Apia Otu. area manager for Accra East Cecilia. Yes, 650,000 every 2 weeks. No more check. Appear to is still at post. Stephen Appear to engineer is the area manager for Accra East. Accra East, he will steal all the money. I'm telling you, sack him or sack him. Why? What is it? Why are we afraid? We have come to power. We want 2/3 of the elections, and why are we struggling? Why are we struggling to manage the state? People who have committed wrong against this state are rather showing off and blowing their waist up. No, it cannot happen, Mugabe. We're in a democracy. They must respect the laws. I demand anybody. You can't in Namu Debiamu Soya Namu Abonting.
To my establishment says Cano. Our Ghana water no wrong hands.
It's wrong hands. I spoke with the managing director, the former managing director.
Wrong account.
Wrong account. I spoke to the former managing director. This is what he tells me. He says, as for him, yes, principle of ultimate responsibility. But the person who was to check was to follow up and see whether the account was indeed a company account and not a personal account.
Who was supposed to do that?
Stephen Appiah-Otu. Or no, sir, engineer Stephen Appiah-Otu. No, or no, leading Bawumia digitalization. No, or that's what Ghana water or your penny. Small boy is about 42. Small boy has been promoted and promoted. I'm saying Accra East manager. And don't sack him too. You didn't 6 days. I'm
interdicting.
Yeah, I'm to every 3 days he reports to Yoko. They should sack him from the service. Release him, sacrifice him, let him leave the place. He brings no expertise. Useless entity. But we're saying, Ghana man, if you are not careful, they'll sell Ghana water. I'm telling you, if you're not careful, JM is angry that some of the companies, if they don't sit up, he's going to dissolve and sell them. Ghana water is on the red list. There are people who can manage the place. I don't know why. ECG, the same thing. If you don't take care. And me, I will never agree to any government who wants to privatize water or electricity. I will punch you. I will never. Because there are essential services that everybody must get in his home. Everybody must find light. You go school where class and light in here. Now, because you're more and more by penny for Ghana. And then no more to Mugabe, listen.
President Saka said National Cathedral Honsuno.
Yes.
PDS. Any
yes.
30th African Games. Fameko one Afenyo Kwaku Ganso.
Mugabe, and African Games are yeah. Now we will be there too. What the a contract now? My yere. So on number no ediani. On no kwano no mediani no. Your school matrons no more secondary schools. Why couldn't you bring them together and use this opportunity to honor them? Say you two can earn some dollars from these games now. All the caterers in Accra, why didn't you put them together? But I don't blame anybody. I blame ourselves. That woman, the Sammy Bediatuo wife. Do you know? Let me tell you. All the World Bank projects on drains in Accra, they wrote to the World Bank and told the World Bank that Accra was a low-lying area. So they brought a lot of money. So today, Volux Ghana Limited. Volux Ghana Limited. That's Bediatuo's wife's company. Is she a contractor? She has earned all the contracts under the World Bank Drains project. There's one in front of my house at my junction at Accra Academy. Oba Besia or engineer. How did she end the contract? Atatia and this annual man works in housing. On what the World Bank projects now go and check the amounts involved. $155 million, $100 million, and yet they cannot even find an engineer and pay $10 million to the engineer to construct the drain. Mugabe, look, I'm telling you, it's not easy. John Mama, I love him for what he has done because he met a hole, a deep hole, but now he has covered it, ready for takeoff. His 120-day achievements, things that he has done.
PDS is also
yes, he will go there. All those ones that are falling short in terms of corruption issues that have come, the cathedral, the collapse of the banks. At the end, 9 million. Would they weigh you 25 million? Would they concern? It is Mr. After all this, filling all these potholes, now the car must move. How does it move? People like Dr. Papa Kwesindom, our own father, what's his name? Mention his name for me. Adishi FM. Yes.
Seidu Agongo.
Say Alhaji Seidu Agongo, Heritage Bank. All those people, they must give their licenses back to them within in the next 120 days coming. They must work. All of them must run fast because listen, there's a gap in the rural financing system. And Indum, for instance, GM Bank was doing that work to support if it is IT
rural bank.
Yes. It was supportive. If you go to the rural areas, cocoa purchasing areas, it was doing effectively well. And you see what Indum said. He said he didn't need that 60 billion or something that you are talking about. In the area where he was operating, he needed a less capital to serve the people. Exactly. So he couldn't take the same amount. This is a services delivery expert. Sometimes, Dr. Indum, you keep quiet. You don't want to talk. JJ Rawlings brought you in to come and help him. Every time I sit back, and you have not helped him, if I say that, what you can do in government. Hey, challenge Papa Kosindum. Now, millennium challenge account. No be to me.
I'm going to say cathedral.
I know the two amnani BIC chino. The two amnani BIC chino say Nanado Nema two amnana. Chino yes. Sa soft be no dear in double edge character. Yes, and I need back on Sunday day. I see a chin yet. Edin baako no wa ne asachi baako wa ha oti ase anapa ukochi we na odina ko BNI into jai na wi anu asa akochi we so kita din menu into baba body na feel din menu next time yes to arrest said do you interpret the meaning of your name and why you carry the two names around the place in the name of Osofo yes don't say without boxer. I said that that's the he has to be arrested. When Okujeto started his exposés, people were saying Okujeto is too new. I said, hey, Okujeto does not have time for petty things. So if these things are not true, yes, very serious politician. Yeah. He will not come out and say these things. Then the evidence started coming. And what kills me is that Supreme appeals court judges, Rawlings said that he didn't want them to be bribed, so he wanted somewhere to hide them. So you see that corner where the passport of that's why he went to put them. You cannot go there. Obi ufri obape. Obi abe who say wako appeals court. If they are not work case or court, they will see your face. Then they say wako bribe judge. They all stayed at the same place, so it was difficult. Right, JJ Rawlings. Now I don't dance question with and time. No. Ode Marudo. Okay, take a break. I'm the boss. Take a break now. Please. Take a break. You will come back. You will come back.
Your microphone is off. No, please.
So
we are here to educate. To inform and to entertain. The insult, take it out.
More fire.
Please.
Okay, it's an insult. I'll be joining it. I beg. I don't want to insult.
Fantastic.
No. But what I'm saying is that I'm sorry.
Very well.
Gabby,
what I'm saying, your microphone is off. Your microphone is off. Your microphone is off. Hi, she. And Munti trader. You far away from Kaka. And now do Tiffy with the Oko.
In fact, so Oshe Abra Oka said or the Babe set in the government. The period that he gave, Enru will deliver in the government. The cabinet was ready. In fact, as we speak now, he promised 60 ministers. But where we are now, we are less than 60 ministers. 56 ministers, 4 outstanding. And you cannot see the lack in anywhere. The performance is brilliant. We know everywhere. The margin of victory of these elections on the same thing. And say the number of seats ayenya. Some researchers have sat down to evaluate the reason why NDC won and John Mahama got this wide margin. In fact, one of the key things that they came out with, and they say, oral, one of the things that people were expecting that gave us that massive vote. A portrait said the anger in the people was crazy. So they wanted a change, not a change as a normal change, but a change to see prosecution and the changes in the system and human life. Because of that, oral was rated higher than 24-hour economy. Most of us signed the 24-hour economy and all those things. But the truth, NSA, oral gave us a lot of votes. It is a Usha and Niema, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a promise here. Any baby Yedru Cecilia in this 120 days, it should tell you the focus of this administration. One, he mentioned the corrupt PDS scandal. Sika Ghana. President Akufo Addo yenya yade ye N1 the next tranche was going to solve our electricity problem. Mudia mo say says can mubeche edi. Unfortunately for you, sir, a friend is saying the chats and more discussions now, and the police CID has it, and they are using it for their investigation. And notice that thing too has been achieved, and then very soon you will see the number of people who will be walking through the courts and out of the courts. We hear no everywhere. The National Cathedral. And also so ye can say yeba yebeye mu hihemu obi a we discuss bia no. And you see one funny thing, asofo omwakasa the way the thing was going immediately almost started say almost step aside one after the other one, but ebedie almost jagbele and can force jagbele meaning Joe Adakam
greedy ones.
Adakam. So I'm using this channel to plead on my Christian brothers and Islamic believers. Say yeah in Shishemu I was
the Christian community no rise up against.
We will take the Christianity out of it. Christianity is a disciplined belief and practice.
Church of Pentecost. It is not $58 million Ghana.
I'm telling you, it is not an indisciplined organization. Eti bibi eba ni ehun say unsa bibi afa unsa ase a. Emra enu ebedi. Secondly, MPP omukeyosa ekosui. We have heard people saying say me bana or military, me bana or police, me bana or prison, me tu 20,000 and some no echo. MPP for ankasa. Yeah, they pay. Party chairman, catch you say, adientia munusu yero no. Adia bi ankaisa nka de bua ekra mo jehuska. Na se bibi say akoso. Na he says John Dramani Mahama say security services no recruitment and ade no oba be hwehwemu a. It is a promise he made. And then okokoya and then witch hunting. Yeah. It has nothing to do with witch hunting. Yeah. In fact, we saw people in police sabi Okono nana body say white answer na Oko.
3 months training.
3 months training. Yes, way up pass it out. Actually, way up pass it out. Who does that?
3 weeks.
In which country? And these people have been trained in arms. The level of armed robbery. Police. Police for now. You understand? So why should we sit down and say people's background must be checked? Sabe obia oya croswo no asaso de tuo asenensa nani salary e delay e dey already tuo ne kwakoye. And you are telling us to keep quiet about this. And you see one funny thing, I'm just linking this to a friend, a press conference Afenyo Markin on the 120 days. You see, Alistair was saying something. So sometimes na okasa now to break kakra because one ECG containers ayera. Afenyo Markins was a board chairman.
Still working freely.
On Namho at the microphone esinenim air kasa. Wo susuna procurement. Who okay say procurement enkoso. Sabin prediasa obi a wakokoye procurement wonsa enka o goods. So goods are ka port I say what authorize say yentua enipa kroka. Now Namho. So sometimes it's difficult to come on air. It's difficult to say some of these things because by this time you must be answering for questions. Who now no demonstration nipa ma. Why are frustrated that what about police assume now Mike is winning now your press conference now you invite now
that's when I'm kasane.
Mugabe, some of these things are pathetic. Pathetic.
For what?
You see, who decided to insemeni? Now, to me, I catch His Excellency John Dramani Mahama says a bad leader. He's a weak leader.
And you man a chance.
You see, exactly, you man a chance. Mu demonstration Moka so also say John Dramani Mahama wants to go for a third term. And no, entina oye de oye. Sena be a constitution ebe to me as a son. No benya chief justice oye de ne ade. We appointed 7 judges and ade. If somebody is a weak leader, no per third term, you should be happy because it's easy to beat. So why are you afraid of John Dramani Mahama coming for a third term?
And it is possible.
And you see, what's your week? So go and contest him. Give him the chance to go for a third term. You understand? And in fact, it wouldn't be a third term because if the interpretation of the Constitution NSA, you must have a continuous 2 term. You can't call that a third term. You're in the Constitution. Minimum in the tray. Nipa na try ni omom de and the experience for na exactly. So where are your fears? Where are your fears for a third term for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? So basically, you see, Nkrofo we use some strategy be say omo divert your attention about a lot of things. They continue with this demonstration though it is not flying. They are continuing with this press conferences though it's not flying and all that to get the Ghanaians' minds towards the positive. Share yaba power 120 days in here. Yati fuel prices so. Year to about in December. Na dollar and I'm 17. When John Dramani Mahama was declared winner January 9th. And a dollar started say eba from though we have not your friend say but speculation will say buy for eba and a more responsible person is coming. Then we started seeing the stability. A being see that in our history say dollar afro nesane
say 13
and I'm 13 say dollar be fro do 17 nesane
e betimi aba be do 12
e be do 10 Ebeba bedu 10 and a friend say is it guta and 24 can say say omu kwakokra eniema they are confident say niema ni bedu no either say dollar no ebesan so aba form or they will get it at the rate that abra na omokra
iron rods go atiso
exactly. And these are some yate for prices also. In fact, driver for near best room says sometimes let the people also feel it because price of fuel also na some to me etiswa and na so first na come spare parts agreement and that spare parts dollar and cofro eba from any identity exactly so that the people of Ghana can see say BB say however small it is they are feeling it and no so BB where we are now seeing the better Ghana that we voted for just in 120 days. And we have been able to accomplish it. Yes, you were a bit say fully we've not been able to achieve it. But however, for us to be able to set these targets and meet it, and yes, Ghana is limping. You will never be obi to me aye.
More support America for the boy
any hobby. But there's no gap in our balance of payment. Yeah. There's no gap of any leakage in our budget. And no tia bedam penny for morani or my asset. From Bank of Ghana to Finance Minister Dr. Siamani. Listen. Ocquaye Omo your friend is a former finance minister. Listen, no MPP Nkojina ho be our Ghana. We have the men. This should be the last time.
Afenyo Galam say your mama fail. 120.
We are able to break into seven
of the forest
of the 9 forests.
7
of the 9.
Menu you took Kwai. Oko Western region.
Enyinem
kranso no enete.
Ufo do feature ni to Ghana.
Exactly.
And they were saying say your mama and to ne me na the fight.
So who are bebo so
you understand? Had then first known to me enka. Oye penyini odine hene anu nti no at least we hunu bibiaka yanka say oh no but we hunu bibiaka yenna say for that objectivity let all those things go and then Nimin Forest which have been everybody has been complaining about for 6 years was stopping. In fact, when Dr. Omane and the military were entering, they had a picture say nipa be 2,000 community. When they entered there, over 10,000 people in the forest. Almost dying at the all the places raided down, and then Omwa, Omudua Inuya, so no, they have been commissioned to go for reforestation, to plant trees there and reclaim those lands. So on pe we ya now pedeng kaya mutrim and parrying. Exactly, me ba on the boku. Thank you. I nearly left it out. Today they are accusing John Dramani Mahama. Oh God. Say onoba ye no ena boku enyo. Let me tell you what happened. Me, I am very emotionally attached to the people of Boko. I'm very careful how I say things. However, Ebani say ena yeba beto aba. Na yetumi cause decision ewo court. Ohenia nanka yesemani nra Boko. Yetumi e the helicopter. Miensa esepede no wiem. Ade your friend is saying military Moak Ekofano from Wale Edineba Boko. When he was in Wale, there was peace. I just want to be careful with my words. There was peace in Boko until Yadino Eba Oho. In fact, because of that, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in his campaign respected the customary arrangement. And he decided, say, Minko Enko ye your friend say campaign. You understand? Then Yatu Aba Ewie. Or say, Mami making sure say, me from who Enko Dore sa enyema wimu. Asante Hene. Eye Jumebi. Ese say Otuaso na Owie. Yemfa yensa Enko Shem. Today, what is going on is not between your friend is saying Kokomba, friend is saying what's it called? Kusasifo and Mampusi. The shooting was between the people of Boko and the police because of a Nyemebia na police for no eye ewo. And Nipebia omukuru. You understand? And now what BB? Nothing is happening in Boko. They have all come down to Ashanti region to meet Otunfo for a final settlement of these things. Where is their interest? Ebane saying, in fact, at this stage, the whole of Boko, you got 0 in all your polling stations. 0. Baby ananka munim se bia mu betu mi mu instigate some votes be everyone here mo koye de mo ye no poto oho so anfa. You understand? So if they want to friend is saying bring politics into this Boko issue, they will be the people that will suffer.
Very well.
Yeah.
Afenyo
Markin essay JM punishment now their money ministers no man ye bizarre. Ye waha na nanado nipa bokro no as a minister of state no a clear no or no ye clearing agent for the ministers cash for seats near de oh nyoma call so obi minister ye the sika man so mfanko you got them sika na ko pie me see that dollar the US people can tell us because omo sika no they serialize it the sika no me to me who say omo sika na anka ye mfanko US ye nko check ye be who simple they will see their money. What you are saying? If you are talking about bizarre punishment, I will talk about bizarre clearance and Dadanado. Because this one, yes, there's punishment. Your salary, it will pinch you. Next time you have to do the right thing. It is better than going to clear them. Then he talked about the military high command, that there has been changes. Mugabe, let me give him a history. There is no say army commander or and CDS or say anytime Suso Bekwa. So our class of Ebia 1996 Yankofa class of 1997, MBD CDSO. Ombeja gap. Ebia 4 years and now 5 years. I don't know. It has been a military tradition. You can check. Into yes, generals na fufro na all bano. Say onu salute omu onu abeye omu penny. So in custom with military tradition, you have to honorably retire them. There's a service for them to retire them. Some of them go on to do other things with their specialities. Some of them can become ambassadors and other things. Some of them can support as defense attaches in other. You do upon people by. Do you know the number of generals, 2-star generals who went home? And then so you did Agyapong. You are promoting for Madam for General Van der Palen, Joseph Van der Palen. He has been promoted to a 2-star general. Until when there is a change in the army command, people benefit. Others stay on and get promotion, and others too are retired per their service conditions, and they don't go home for nothing. Go and check the package, and they agree to go. They have a dinner with the incoming CDS. Then they share their experiences, and then joyfully they take their leave of the place, so that command, the Owoha CDS, will take that respect. Afenyo, he does not know what he's talking about. He rather has politicized the military and the services. Sir, so our bodyguards, you don't know who trained them. Our bodyguards were 50 allegedly. So we now kokabibia. And that is said, Mitia make us say, Seminina Mikopi, Winnie Badam Kopi inside that. And then in Crawford and Berry. She is. Oi, Mukabi, obey to me in Sakami. Obi or damn for more investor, obey to me in Sakami. Oh, Afenyo Markin, and Kawada may use on Solibium, or no, only me. Only Malista and all the he ran away from the University of Cape Coast. He was patching where he was patching. Cónfession or Poly, Cónfession was saying he ran away, couldn't complete. He ran away from the university. Only the on cry. Mugabe, yet that JMC. He has set the tone. Oh yeah, 80%. You see, you learn you 80% assessment near a 40. Then the exam is 60. So this one you have to make 40 over 40, and then come and get 40 over 60 in order to get A. It will mean now below 35 for hard. I say exam the way he ran away. He couldn't stand it. Ask him. He was talking about his alma mater. Only invest in Ocquaye. Mugabe, don't let us be listening to such criminally minded young politicians who have gotten opportunity rather to serve this nation and are using the opportunity to steal and call themselves rich men and lord it over us. They know the law, what the law is, but they have gone to law school for mischief. There are two groups of lawyers. Those who believe in using the law to help for the development of society, and those who believe in using the law for their selfish ends. And these are the lawyers who use the law for their selfish ends, which is the NPP conservatives. Oh, I'm ready.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.